Well, g'day everybody, this is Peter. I'm just going to quickly run you through my sounder settings on the Garmin. For those of you smart enough to be running Garmin, this may help you guys find your snapper a bit better. These are my settings. They're not by far perfect for everybody else, but they may help you with a good start point. I run an 8412 head unit with a 175 high-wide 1 kilowatt transducer. The main thing about that transducer I like is the wide frequency, the wide beam. The cone is really wide. It's up to about 4 times wider than a normal transducer. Therefore, I'm covering a lot more ground when I'm sounding. So have a watch of this, guys, and see if you pick up anything. It might give you guys a good start point. Hopefully it helps you guys out, catch more snapper. Okay, everybody, I'm just going to give you a run through on my sonar settings I use for my Garmin. These are by no means accurate to everybody. This is personal preferences. It's what I find works, but hey, I find a few snapper. So on your C, I got a split screen. This is set to bottom lock. On zoom, which I'll show in a moment, I'm looking at 2 meters of water there and the full, say, 20 meters here. Sonar is turned off at the moment. I am a 1 kilowatt transducer. I don't want to be cooking it sitting in my driveway at home. Head unit is an 8412, so that's the 84 series in a 12-inch. And I've got a 1 kilowatt 175 high wide transducer. That transducer is 1 kilowatt. It is high frequency chirp, so it's more the higher frequencies, but it is a wide beam. I can be sounding up to sort of 15 to 20 meters wide when I'm sounding in 15 to 20 meters of water, because it is about 4 times the width of a normal transducer. Quick settings: gain, auto medium. Very simply, guys, this unit is much smarter than me and you. The auto medium or low, whichever one you've chosen, depending on your depth. Shallow water, I go low. Medium in that sort of 12 through to 25, 30. High if I'm in deeper water. Auto medium, this unit will automatically adjust itself, its gain up and down as it needs it. It's smarter than us. Okay, frequency, you can adjust them. I just leave it on chirp. Zoom. Now, in the zoom, there is a feature in here called bottom lock, which I explained before. Flattens out the bottom here. Gives me a much more concentrated 1 to 2 or 3 meters, whatever I'm looking at. It does different to there's a magnifying feature as well, where magnifying, you can drag it around the screen and zoom on certain areas. Cool feature as well. But I like the bottom lock. It just flattens out the bottom. I get my full fish returns over here, and this side gives me a much more elongated arch. If I'm seeing an arch return that's close to that meter area, I'm very confident that's in that 6 to 7 kilos and above fish. If they're only small arches down in the bottom here, sort of 300-400 mil, they're 1 to 2 kilo pinkies and stuff. If I'm looking for a single arch, it's a big mega arch around that meter, and that's going to make me drop the anchor very quickly. Otherwise, if I see fish marks along the bottom that are very hard to differentiate from the bottom, I will anchor on that. When you get fish feeding hard down on the reef or on the mud, it's very hard to separate them from the bottom sometimes. And some of the hotter sessions I've had is when those fish are rock hard on that bottom. They're feeding very active, and often the first rack of rods in the boat is a multiple hookup. So bottom, like I said, 2 or 3 meters. I don't mind 3 meters is normally where I would actually run that at. And done. So back into there. Range I leave on auto. Sonar setup, a few quick settings in here. Scroll speed, I have it flat out. I do like to have that return scrolling through the screen as fast as possible, so I'm interpreting the most data that I can. Noise rejection, medium for interference. Color limit, I've pulled up to about 3/4. Helps remove some of the weaker colors and gives me the stronger returns. Smoothing I have off. TVG is a very good one. That's your time varying gain. It's the opposite of what your brain would think. Look at it like the screen. Low is your top water column. Medium is your medium. High is your low. So if you're looking for tuna and stuff up on the top, I would have it on low. On the bottom, when I'm sounding for bottom fish, I'm on high for the TVG, guys. And that is going to give me the best returns on the bottom. They're the main settings in there. In the advanced setup here, shift I can use, but I don't. Sorry, in here, the appearance... Just lost my installation. Transmit on default. I don't play up any of that stuff there. Appearance. Color scheme. I like the classic blue. You may like the yellow. You may like the maroon. It's all personal. I like the classic blue. That for me is good. Oscilloscope gives you your raw data down the side. I don't use it. Color gain. See, I'm running it at 6. I bumped the colors up a little bit. That once again gives me a much more solid red return. Depth line I'm not worried about. Edge, we'll put a white line here separating the bottom from the actual structure. It's good if you're really having trouble defining the bottom. I don't find it a major problem in this unit. Echo stretch, you can stretch out your returns, etc. I don't worry about any of that there. So the quick recap, classic blue eye light, colour gain cranked up a little bit there, scroll speed on 10, TVG on high, colour gain brought up to about 3/4, bottom lock looking at 3 meters of water. Guys, it's that simple. Do those few little tweaks on your Garmin, go out and have a look for a snapper. That's how I find my snapper, and I trust my Garmin all day long.